What's smacking, guys? This is Brodie from Boston, and this is High Chemical Romance. Hey, today in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys about Survivor, Season 40, Winners at War. Should I say more? Hi, of course. So yeah, we're going to be talking about Episode 1 and 2. I'm going to be running you guys through what happened, who screwed up where, who's got what the fuck's coming up next, who's my favorite players. I just cannot wait to chat with you guys about this because it's one of my favorite TV shows. And if you know me, I love my TV. So the first episode on Survivor Season 40 Winners at War, just the lineup on the beach was fucking stellar. It was so cool looking at all of my idols over the past years, lining up, sizing each other up, who's gonna bite who's gonna eat who. That's just the way it's going. What does Jeff do to open this season up? He gives them a shot of alcohol or wine, whatever the fuck they were drinking. And what do these motherfuckers do? Toss that shit behind them like gangsters. Literally, what's better to do before war than having a shot? That's what Jeff said. Jeff's a beast. Shout out to Jeff Probst. You're the man. You keep the show very interesting. Good job. So yeah, basically they line up and it starts off as guys in one boat, girls in another boat, and that's kind of strange. But I heard a rumor that maybe it was because that there was no bathrooms or something on the boat and they had to pee off the side of the boat. I don't know, some stupid fucking Johnny Fairplay. I don't know if he said that. So yeah, that was kind of it. They split up, and then Jeff's like, this is not the way we're playing this season. Everybody thought it was going to be boys versus girls, which would have been tight. I would have liked that. Wouldn't have been bad. But everybody was shocked when they heard it wasn't. It was more of tribes, and the tribes were very split up fairly. It wasn't Boston Rob and Amber, even though they're freaking married and they got 3 kids, and why would you let somebody on that show? But whatever. So we're gonna kind of skim through the first episode. It wasn't too crazy, but let's jump into that first challenge where they're in the water just about chest high. They gotta get a buoy and bring it to their freaking pole, and we got girls going at it. We got Boston Rob and Ben dragging people around. It was tight. And so yeah, Boston Rob and his tribe won, and the other tribe lost. So let's just jump into it. Basically, fucking, oh my, how can I forget? Also, major twist to the game. Instead of $1 million, no, it's $2 million to the winner. Only one winner. Need I say more? Okay, guys, let's talk my favorite players real quick. So, this is before the season even started. These are my favorite players. One is going to be Wendell at the top. Wendell, I absolutely loved your season. You were one of the most dominant players I've ever watched. Another one, Tony Velachos. Another one who just took it to the... Sorry. I made that way worse than it was. Tony, you are another Tony Velachos, which is another one of my favorite players. He played in Survivor, Season 28, Cagayan. And there was Spencer in it. It was just woo took freaking Tony to the end, and Tony won. Of course he won. Tony was fucking idling people at the game. Bizarre. Another one, let's go for Ben. I know there's just 3 guys on my top list. How fucking weird is that? Strange. So another guy would be actually no, we'll not go for a guy. Let's go for a girl. How about Kim? Kim was always one of my favorites. She was another dominant player. And Sophie. You better watch out for Sophie. Everybody doubts Sophie until Sophie fucking cuts your throat when you're sleeping. And last but not least, Ben. Ben was a Marine. This dude literally twitches if a fucking log twitches in the fire. He's just ready to go on site. He's stabbing fucking shit. This dude is going in. He is great to watch. And on his season, it was like the last 5 or 6 people against him, and he figured out a way to go to the end and win. Every single one in this cast has won. Sandra has won twice. That's insane. And she was doing pretty good. But so yeah, now those are my favorite players, and we're gonna get into the first boot. And the first boot was Natalie. I don't know what happened there. Something happened there. Natalie, you were voted out, went to the edge of the extinction, and in the edge, you absolutely run shit. Absolutely run shit. And then second player voted out, Amber. Sandra, you're a beast. And yeah, that's basically it for my episode 1. You know, I didn't want to go too deep into it. I just wanted to make it quick. But episode 2, I'm going to go a little deeper and bring you guys into that muddy water that you want. Okay, episode 2. How does it start off? Episode 2 starts off showing you a clip of Natalie and Amber on the edge. And that's about it, really. And then basically I don't know, stupid. But and then Boston Rob looks in his bag when he wakes up and he discovers a fire token. Why? Because fire tokens are in this season and they are super crucial. So a fire token, everybody has one to start the game. When you're voted out, that you have to bequeath your fire token to another player. Amber was clearly voted out, bequeath it to Rob. Natalie was voted out, she probably gave it to Jeremy. Actually, I know she did. She gave it to Jeremy. Now, these fire tokens are going to be used to barter for different advantages. You can buy different food with them, and they're just going to be playing such a very important part of the game. Boston Rob wakes up, and he sees that he's got a token in his bag, and he either thinks that it's Sandra got voted out, willed it to him, or it's Amber. And he showed Parvati it, and they were hit with the missile. Another cool part to episode 2 is that Ben and Denise, they were out gathering firewood or going to the bathroom or getting water, whatever. And Denise was curious about how to find an idol. And Ben just teaches her the ways. He's like, what you gotta look for is the color. It's gonna stand out of anything, and you got the rope around it. He was giving her all the secret tricks, and she was loving it. And what happens next? She finds the idol. A hidden immunity idol can keep you safe at a tribal council. If you know you're going home, you can whip out that immunity idol and play it for whoever you want. You can play it for yourself, or you can play it for one of your allies who's in danger, and literally save them if they're going to get the votes. Also, it's super smart, because if you're on the lower numbers and you play the idol correct, you actually can send somebody home who's on the other side if you know what you're doing. And there's other stuff like idol nullifiers, there's extra votes, there's so many different advantages in the game. This game is out of control. We got fire tokens, we got immunity idols, it's a lot. We got so many winners. This is tight. This is just tight, yo. This is just tight. So yeah, Denise finds the idol, and the idol is a special idol. It's 2 parts. It says you have to will half of this idol to somebody else, and then it will become an idol. And so what she does, Ben says, you don't have to will it to me, only if you want. And clearly she doesn't. She goes and gives it to Adam, which I don't think was a smart move. But actually it was, because Adam gave it right back to her. He gave her the full idol. So now we go over to the other tribe. This is the one that Kim's on. Now Kim, she's out looking, scurrying around. She's saying, oh, I'm just listening to the voices in my head telling me which way to turn, which aisle to go down, and which food to buy. That's what she's saying. I mean, I love you, Kim, but that was weird. So she says that, and then she's out gathering firewood and finds the freaking idol. Like honestly, if you want to find the idol, go look for firewood. And while you're looking for firewood, keep an eye out for the idol. What'd she do? She finds the freaking idol. It's the same type 1. Give half to another player, and then it becomes an idol. Who did she give it to? Sophie. And Sophie immediately tells her, she's like, this was dumb. This was dumb to give to me. Sophie is a sneaky little girl. I like watching you, Soph. You're a beast. Literally, I love it. And then, oh yeah, and then when Kim was looking for it, freaking Tony comes out, and he sees her getting firewood or something, and nothing really happened. Oh, and then now we're gonna go to the edge of extinction challenge. So now we're talking about a challenge where something is hidden in the water well, and it's a different type of it's like a poem, all right? And the first letter of the lines in the poem would say water well or something along those lines. And they would read it like 20,000 times. They'd go run up freaking mountains, back down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And who? Natalie, she figures it out. Natalie's like, I just gotta go check the water well. Bang, there's her freaking advantage. What the advantage is it allows you to leave the tribal council. There's a good name for it. And it says safety without power. That's what it's called, safety without power. So basically, she got to safety without power. It allows you to leave tribal council if you're feeling any type of scared feeling whatsoever. You can just say, Jeff, I gotta go home. My kids are calling me. They need dinner, whatever. You go back to your tribe, beach, and then you're safe that night. Nothing, you don't know what happens until they come back and you figure out who's gone. So now this is where the fire tokens come into play, because on Edge of Extinction, Natalie beat Amber and found the advantage. So now what does Natalie do? She talks about currency and trading and importing across the island to a different island. So what she does is she has like one chance at this. She has to pick one player on the cast to give this advantage to, the safety without power. Who does she pick? Her right-hand man, Jeremy, because they have a previous relationship and they're very tight. So keep an eye on that. So yeah, she picks Jeremy, and Jeremy has the option to buy it, and it was only one fire token, and he scooped it up, and it was a great decision. Good job, Jeremy. Next, we're going to talk about is the ladder clause. And Tyson came up with this phrase because Tony, his mind goes crazy. Tony is one of those super paranoid, anxious people that needs to be doing something 24/7. His mind does not stop. I don't even think the dude slept on Cagayan. He just kept running around, making spy bunkers and shit, falling from trees. No, that was Wu. But so yeah, in this one, Tony, he's losing his mind. Like he wants to go run around and search for the idol, but he can't. He knows that's going to put a target on him and he'll go home early. So what does he do? He creates a ladder out of bamboo. And this ladder is definitely shaky. It's loose. It's tied together with twine or fucking vines or whatever. And it's like a 30-foot ladder at least. And he gets the whole tribe. He needs the whole tribe to pick it up. And he picks it up and he perches it against a freaking tree. And he's like, I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna get the coconuts. Literally the first step to climb up the ladder, his foot breaks through and he continues to go up. And Yule's doing math problems like, oh my god, is Tony gonna break his fucking square root, or is it just gonna be a radical? I don't know. His mind is like, Tony, please don't do this. This is crazy. And Tony did it. He went all the way to the top. The first step broke, but none of the other ones did. Such a cool freaking clip. I absolutely love that. It was called Ladder Clause because Tyson made it up. He's like, Tony, I don't think this is in what we signed to come on Survivor. So if you hurt yourself, I don't think you'll be covered. Basically. Now we're getting into the challenge. So just explain to you guys what the challenges are for. So it's like a challenge where you have to fight for your immunity for your tribe. So if you win with your tribe's safe. The other tribe gets forced to go to tribal council and vote one of their players out. So this challenge was so iconic because what they had to do was get it's like a little car, but it was a wooden car, and you have to push it across the sand. And there's these big rivets. It's super hard to get the momentum to go over it. But at the end of this, there was a puzzle. This puzzle will never be forgotten forever in Survivor history because Boston Rob chose to take over this puzzle. And was it a smart idea? Absolutely not. He chose to take over the puzzle. It was a super big puzzle. It was like a circle, and you have to get the pieces to go in the right places so that they all build a circle around. And Boston Rob's like trying to get cheat codes or something to try to figure this out even faster. He's like, oh, put all the blue pieces over here, the red pieces over here. It didn't work out, okay? I don't know what you were going for there, Boston Rob, but in your words, you blew it. Sorry. So yeah, basically he blew it because he could have won. Like, if he wasn't dicking around, he could have won. And they lost it. Yeah, that wasn't a good look on you, Boston Rob. And then now your tribe has to go vote somebody out. You got people scrambling. So yeah, who's scrambling? We got Danny Boatwright throwing out Boston Rob's name. And then Boston Rob goes, talks to her. They smooth it over. And now apparently they're working together. So, now freaking Danny Boatwright is talking to Ben and Ethan, and she mentions, oh, something about old school, new school players, and Ben, even though he's old, he's a new school player. And right like that, Ethan was like, you know, Ben is right here, and you shouldn't have said that out loud. It was like the time when fucking, what's his name? Like, come on, I wish I can remember this name. He was like, okay, I guess we'll just split the votes. It was like last season, and it was fuck, Dean. Yes, I felt that, God, I really did. So Dean was in front of a lot of people, and the two people who were on the fence about getting voted out were in the circle, and he goes, okay, why don't we just split the votes between these two? And you never do that, you know, because you just gave them the plan to vote them out. So yeah, it was something like that, and it wasn't a good look. Ethan recognized it right away. He's like, this dude's a new school player. What are you doing, Danny? And now we're at tribal council, and idols come up, and Boston Rob is like, let's just do a shakedown. Let's just frisk it. And this is where the buddy system comes back into play on season 40, Winners at War. Boston Rob literally makes the entire tribe empty their bags, their pockets. And even though Denise had it, she freaking just found a way to hide it. Like, Boston Rob, you're an idiot. It didn't work. Whatever you tried didn't fucking work. Who was voted out third? Freaking Danny Boatwright. Too bad. You suck, Danny Boatwright. I don't think you're that good. The reason why, it was because she opened her mouth about the new school players. That's what I think. That's what I truly, truly think. And that's kind of it. So yeah, those are my episode 1 and 2 recaps, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I made the game a little bit more simpler. I hope you guys know who has what the gist is about the game, and if you guys enjoy it, please give it a thumb up and comment. If you comment, I promise you I will get back to your comment and reply, because this is something I really want to do. I love you guys, and your information and your comments and your opinions really matter to me. And if you comment, I would love to have you as a friend, and I would comment back. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you really like this video, please share it to somebody who needs it, because you never know, they could be bored and they might need it. Also, if you want to subscribe to my channel, hit that subscribe button, and then right beside it, it's going to be a notification bell. You'll be the first to know when I drop a new video. It'll be right here. Also, if you want to see some of my older videos, my entertainment section, some of my antidepressant and Suboxone taper, or some of my COVID-19 videos, they'll be right here. Till next time, I'm Brodie from Boston. This is High Chemical Romance. Have a great day.